you know, like we always latched on to somebody that we looked up to. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was the local, you know, successful drug dealer, or it was, you know, a rapper in the city or something. But you know, just pay attention to that person and how they moving, and you know, try to do what we like about it, and try not to do what we don't like about it.
Who was that for you growing up?
It was a lot, you know. It was a lot, you know, a lot of neighborhood dudes, you know. But mainly like the Street Lordz. That was a big group in Detroit.
I do Blade Icewood, Chedda Boyz, Street Lordz. This shit like a referee with a whistle. Street Lordz, Chedda Boyz, Street Lordz, Chedda Boyz, nigga. You know what it is. You know what I am, nigga. I'm a Chedda Boy, man. Go get both my albums.
AHumbleSoul, we checking back in, man. Hit that like and that subscribe, man. If you messing with the content, you know, and you're not already tapped in and connected with us. I wanted to report on the Street Lordz again. Not only a street collective, you know, getting a lot of money in Detroit, they were also independent rappers looking like major artists, you know, from the jewelry to the vehicles, how they was living. They have relationships and features with a lot of people, you know, and that was something that separated them from a lot of the other, you know, independent artists in Detroit.
I heard somebody scream, the life could be better, boy. Cruising through Detroit and
they was really real deal shining, like they had major budgets, man, and was really living what they was rapping. And that was something that a lot of people gravitated to, you know, in the streets of Detroit, and they had a influential impact on, you know, the street culture in Detroit from what I understand, as well as the rap scene.
Top 5 favorite Detroit rappers. Yeah, man. Blade Icewood for sure. Street Lordz Juan. Man. Damn.
You got 3 more left.
3 more. There's so many of them, man. It's covered in my head. I mainly listen to Blade and Juan, though.
But a few days ago, you know, there was an online disagreement between 2 of the members of the Street Lordz, man, that surprised Detroit and had, you know, a lot of people caught off guard. And that was a situation between Street Lordz Juan and Street Lordz Jesse James. You know, Jesse James had got on his IG and let it be known that he was interested and ready to sit down, man, chop it up on platforms and share his story and share the real Street Lordz story, and, you know, talk about, you know, his homie, man, and the face of the Street Lordz, Blade Icewood, and how he said he was backdoored, as well as talk about, you know, somebody else he was cool with, Wipeout from the Eastside Chedda Boyz.
Right now, I'm doing podcast interviews and I'm setting shit on fire. You want to hear the real story about the Street Lordz Chedda Boyz? How we got the Chedda Boy name? What happened to my nigga Blade Icewood? Who backdoored my nigga Icewood? How we came up with the Eastside Chedda Boy, the name, who really came up with the name, how they really got their name, and what happened to them, and the fallout, what happened to Wipeout, who backdoored Wipeout. Y'all want to hear about the indictment when we was getting 7,000 pounds every 2 weeks? That's 7 million every 2 weeks.
After he put that video out there, he received some calls, man, asking that he leave certain stuff alone and not incriminate anybody, which is when he put a response up. And around the same time, you know, Street Lordz Juan, he put a song up on his IG page, and at the beginning of the song, it's a clip from Jesse James's initial video where he was saying, if y'all want to hear the real Street Lordz story.
Y'all want to hear the real Street Lordz story?
Must be something in the water. Niggas on the internet full of.
And after that, you know, Juan goes into addressing people, addressing men, you know, acting feminine online, and just the clout chasing, and, you know, people being informants, etc., man. And after that, you know, Jesse James took that as a slight, and he got online and responded and let it be known that he wasn't in Juan's paperwork, and that he had never went to a grand jury or testified or, you know, had anybody locked up, etc. You know, after that, Juan actually put up some stuff on his IG showing that Jesse James had agreed, had a 5K1, and that he had worked with authorities, provided quote unquote substantial information, man, or assistance to law enforcement to receive a reduced sentence. Jesse James responded to that, still denying any claims that he was an informant or he got anybody locked up or prosecuted, but he did break down the situation where he said he was helping his homie out when he agreed to and took the 5K1. But in that same video, you know, he made some shocking allegations about the murder of Blade Icewood and pretty much said that Juan was behind Blade's death, that Juan had chopped it up with Lil Larry, who's locked up right now serving life. And just to be clear, man, it's been rumors circulating about Juan's alleged involvement in Blade's death for years, you know, and he actually addressed that on one of his songs.
I still fishing, bitch. Tried to say I had something to do with Blade murder. Man, be for real. Blade murder? That was my nigga, and it's obvious you ain't checked the streets.
Jesse James saying that Juan was behind Blade's murder. He's come back out and he's apologized to Juan and to the, you know, the fans and everybody tuning in who witnessed the online disagreement, you know, witnessed him putting up videos bashing and disrespecting Juan, man, and apologized for lying about Juan's involvement in Blade's death.
The fake allegations, I was mad. That shit about that Lil Larry shit, Lil Larry. I never try to expose Juan for that whole nigga that did that to Blade. That shit was a rumor back then. I was mad, so I said that shit. That nigga Juan ain't had shit to do with Blade. And when I first made that video, something I'm about to go on a podcast run and pop my shit and set shit on fire and say who backdoored Blade and Wipeout, I wasn't talking about Juan. Nigga, everybody know, nigga, it was a nigga at the car wash that worked there, nigga, that was playing both sides and called and said Blade was up there, nigga. Like I said, that's where the backdoor shit came from. But once my all that rat shit and all that shit was posted on my page or whatever, all that shit, I got caught up in my feelings, and so I said some shit out of anger, just trying to get back on some internet shit, which was some whole shit, because I ain't no internet nigga.
For the people tuning in who's not familiar with Blade Icewood, he's a legend, man, in Detroit rap and street culture. He was pretty much like the front runner for the Street Lordz, man.
Hot tracks.
In the rap game, man, who do you look up to, man?
Me?
Good answer.
Yeah. No, I look up to Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can't say I look up to Pocket Biggie because they gone, you know what I'm saying?
We don't want you looking up that high.
Nah, yeah, I ain't trying to go that high just yet, you know what I'm saying? And man, just all the independent artists who grinded hard, you know what I'm saying? Like the Lil Flips and the Baby, you know what I'm saying? All the independent labels who grinded hard to get to the top, instead of people who just walk in and they just give you a gimmick and this who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's Hollywood, man. Right. You can't go out like that, man. That's why I ain't got a deal now. I ain't going Hollywood. Keeping it real, huh? Keeping it straight Detroit, man.
Unfortunately, you know, he was murdered in 05. And it's all, from what I understand, linked to, you know, a disagreement with the Eastside Chedda Boyz, man. You know, which is another rap group out of Detroit that was some pioneers. At one point in time, you know, the Eastside Chedda Boyz and the Street Lordz, they were cool. You know, they had ties. At a certain point, it was a issue with the Chedda Boyz name because the Street Lordz had been calling themselves Chedda Boyz, and then, you know, the Eastside Chedda Boyz. So it was ultimately it led to a conflict, man, and it went from the music to the street.
Chedda Boyz, that originated from the 7 Mile Evergreen Hood. My man Freaky Red and wildest young nigga we ever was. Run around Chedda Boyz. That's dope. We was young niggas getting cheddar, so fuck it. We the Chedda Boyz. We wouldn't think about no goddamn rap. I just knew how to rap. You know, I took the Chedda Boyz and turned them into the Street Lordz. The Street Lordz Chedda Boy original, that's me. All that bullshit everybody talk about, it came from here, that's where it come from. And whoever don't like it, fucking holler at me. So, that's real. It's real fun watching.
Who's the original
But they ain't
Cheddar
gonna
Boy,
do us. I'm the original Cheddar Boy. Original Cheddar Boy and Chief Cheddar.
Yeah. Boss up
Coming
if you
straight
married.
out of the day. What up, Freak? Where you at? You in Chicago, man. Don't say I ain't. You know. I got that shit from my man Freak back in about 95.
Y'all know what y'all watching, man.
Before I was a
We
rapper.
watching the making of the Blade video. You know what I'm saying?
But I
Shout
wasn't
out to
making that rap money.
Blade Icewood. You know what I'm saying? Got all my family from Texas.
We was original Street Lordz Chedda Boyz. You know what I'm saying? We did our thing. This ain't no disrespect to the Eastside guys, you know. Bless Wipeout and his family. God bless the dead, you know. Bless my man Blade Icewood. But the Street Lordz Chedda Boyz was first. You know what I'm saying? We started rapping first. We was doing our thing first. They was cool, you know what I'm saying? The Eastside Chedda Boyz was cool. And it wasn't no beef, and then everybody was cool. If you go listen to their first CD, you hear Blade on their CD, you hear Icewood. Street Lordz Jesse James on their CD. It was all love. What happened where it was an incident where Blade and Wipeout got into it. It wasn't no big ordeal where they was gonna fall out or kill each other. It was just some misunderstanding. Like Blade had nothing to do with Wipeout getting killed. It wasn't like they were at no super beef, you know what I'm saying?
And around this time, you know, Wipeout, you know, he was killed outside of a club in September of 2004. And considering, you know, the tension with the Street Lordz, it was automatically put on him. And they thought that Blade had a hand in that, man. And a couple days later, you know, Blade's house was broken into by a couple dudes, man. And they came in his bedroom and shot him 7 times with an AK-47 and left him on the floor to die, man. You know, he was paralyzed from the waist down after that incident. He actually addressed the whole incident in his song Ride On Me from his album Blood, Sweat, and Tears. You know, he survived that incident, and that happened 2 days after Wipeout's death. But it's been said by people like Jesse James that, you know, the Street Lordz wasn't actually responsible for Wipeout's death. But unfortunately, you know, less than a year after he survived that shooting at his home, Blade Icewood, you know, he was killed in a drive-by. He was on 7 Mile in Detroit, an area that he represented with pride. You know, he was in his Range Rover outside of a car wash when somebody came up and shot his whip up, they say reportedly 17 times. And, you know, he was hit multiple times and he, you know, passed away on the scene. A guy by the name of Larry Davidson, also known as Lil Larry, man. He was said to be the person who took the hit and killed Blade Icewood. And if I'm not mistaken, also one of the people who was involved in the initial situation when Blade's house was broken into and he was shot them multiple times, you know, in 04.
Nigga, you got love for Blade Icewood, make some noise, nigga. I'ma tell you one thing about my nigga Blade. That nigga rep 7 Mile to the motherfucking fullest. Same way I represent Joy Road, that nigga represents 7 Mile.
Something else, man, is that I've heard online is that the dude Lil Larry has a tattoo on his back, like a tombstone or something like that, with names of all the people he allegedly killed. And Blade Icewood is supposed to be one of those tattoos, man. One of those names tattooed on his back.
You rolled for Blade? What y'all put hits on the niggas that killed Blade? Definitely not, cause the nigga that killed Blade in jail with tattoos on his body with Blade name on him, nigga, and all that.
But just want to report on that. I put a video up talking about Street Lordz and the impact they had on the Detroit rap scene, and also the rift between, you know, Jesse James and Juan. Jesse James came out, man, and apologized. It's just a good look that, you know, things are not continuing to go in a negative direction, man, because those are 2 dudes who are respected and pioneers in Detroit's rap and street culture, man. The Street Lordz as a whole. Just wanted to put something up about that, man. Shout out to everybody tuned in and rocking with AHumbleSoul. If you're not already tapped in and subscribed to the channel, man, make sure you do so ASAP. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, man. It's greatly appreciated. Until next time, I'ma holla at y'all, man. 100.